My sister screamed, "How can you be so cold? These are your nieces and nephew. You're so good with kids, just take them this weekend." Hello, everyone. Please hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, and let us know your location. Now, let's dive into this incredible journey together. My phone buzzed at 5:47 p.m. on a Friday. Again. "Hey sis. Running late. Can you grab the kids from school? I'll be there by 7. Promise." 2 hearts. I stared at the text from my sister Rachel, my jaw tight. This was the 3rd time this week. I was 32 years old, sitting in my tiny studio apartment, and I just worked a 10-hour shift at the dental office where I was a hygienist. My feet ached. I wanted to take a hot bath and watch something mindless on TV. But I texted back, "Sure. Which school first?" Because that's what I always did. I always said yes. Rachel had 3 kids. Mason was 9, Emma was 7, and little Chloe just turned 5. Beautiful children. Smart, funny, exhausting. And for the past 8 years, they'd spent more weekends at my place than their own home. It started when Mason was a baby. Rachel was 24, fresh out of a messy breakup with Mason's dad, Tyler. She'd shown up at my door one Friday night, mascara running, baby screaming. "I can't do this, Sophie. I need one night. Just one night to feel like myself again." I'd taken Mason without hesitation. Rachel was my little sister. She needed help. That's what family does, right? That one night became every Friday. Then Fridays and Saturdays. Then entire weekends. When Emma was born 2 years later, different dad, same story. Rachel needed breathing room. By the time Chloe arrived, I had a whole system. Car seats in my Honda. Extra clothes in my closet. A cabinet full of snacks they liked. My apartment became their second home. Except I was paying for everything. Groceries. Activities. New shoes when they outgrew the old ones during my watch. Birthday presents. School supplies. Rachel would drop them off Friday after school and pick them up Sunday night. Sometimes Monday morning. Once, she didn't come back for 4 days. She'd gone to Miami with her new boyfriend, Marcus, and forgot to mention it. "You're so good with them," she'd say, breezing in smelling like expensive perfume and wearing a new outfit. "They love their Aunt Sophie more than me anyway." She'd laugh like it was a joke. It didn't feel like a joke. My friends noticed. My best friend from college, Beth, came over one Saturday to find me making lunch for 3 kids while Rachel's Instagram showed her at a rooftop bar downtown. "Sophie, this is every weekend," Beth said quietly while the kids watched cartoons. "When do you get a life?" "I have a life," I said, cutting sandwiches into triangles the way Emma liked. "When's the last time you went on a date? Took a trip? Did anything just for you?" I couldn't remember. There was always a reason I couldn't. The kids needed me. Rachel was going through something. It was just easier to say yes than deal with the guilt trip that came with saying no. Beth shook her head. "She's using you, Soph. You know that, right?" I did know. Deep down, I knew. But admitting it felt like betrayal. At family dinners, Mom would fuss over Rachel. "You're doing so well with 3 kids, honey. It's not easy being a single mom." Rachel would sigh dramatically. "I couldn't do it without Sophie. She's a lifesaver." Mom would smile at me. "You're such a good sister." Nobody asked if I wanted to be a lifesaver. Nobody asked what I was giving up. I'd always wanted kids of my own. But I was so busy raising Rachel's that I never had time to build a relationship. The few men I dated got tired of me canceling plans because Rachel had an emergency. One guy, David, lasted 6 months before he finally said it. "I'm dating you, Sophie. Not you and your sister's 3 kids. Call me when you figure out which one you want to be." I let him walk away. Because choosing felt impossible. Everything changed when I met James. I was at a coffee shop on a rare child-free Wednesday, and he was in line behind me. When I ordered, my card got declined. Embarrassing. I'd forgotten to transfer money from savings after buying Chloe new shoes the day before. I got it, he said, handing the barista his card before I could stop him. You don't have to. I know. But coffee on a Wednesday feels like a necessity, not a luxury. I understand. He had warm brown eyes and an easy smile. We ended up talking for 2 hours. He was a physical therapist, recently moved to town for a job at the hospital. He loved hiking, cooking, and terrible action movies. What about you? He asked. What do you love? The question stumped me. What did I love? I'd spent so long doing what everyone else needed that I couldn't remember what I wanted. I used to love painting, I said finally. Watercolors. I haven't done it in years. Why not? Life got busy. He leaned forward. Make time. Life's always busy. You have to steal moments for the things that matter. We exchanged numbers. He texted that night. Coffee again? Without the declined card drama this time? I said yes. For once, saying yes felt good. James and I fell into an easy rhythm. Dinner dates on Wednesdays. Movies on Thursday nights. He made me laugh. He listened. He saw me. Then Friday came. Want to catch that new Marvel movie tomorrow? He texted. Can't. Babysitting my nieces and nephew. Sunday then? Still babysitting. Maybe next week. This happened 3 weeks in a row. Finally, he called. Sophie, I like you. Really like you. But I need to understand what's going on. Are you not interested? Because if you're trying to let me down easy. No. I interrupted. I like you too. It's just, my sister needs help with her kids on weekends. It's temporary. How long is temporary? I did the math in my head. 8 years. Silence. 8 years. Sophie, that's not temporary. That's a lifestyle. Something cracked open in my chest. He was right. This wasn't helping. This was my entire life. I want to see you, I whispered. I'm just stuck. Then get unstuck, he said gently. You deserve more than being everyone's backup plan. That Saturday, I told Rachel I couldn't babysit. My hands shook sending the text. Have plans tomorrow. Can't watch the kids this weekend. She called immediately. Plans? What plans? I have a date. A date. She laughed. Sophie, come on. Just bring him along. The kids would love to meet him. Rachel, I need this weekend for myself. Her voice changed. Cold. Sharp. Are you serious right now? Sophie, I have plans. Important plans. Marcus is taking me to this amazing restaurant, and we finally have couple time. Then hire a babysitter. With what money? You know I'm barely making it work as it is. Why are you being like this? The guilt came flooding in, thick and choking. I'm sorry, I just... No, you know what? Forget it. I'll figure it out. Like I always do. Must be nice to just think about yourself for once. She hung up. I stared at my phone, feeling sick. But I didn't text back. I didn't apologize. I went on my date with James. We went hiking. He packed a picnic. We sat on a ridge overlooking the valley, eating sandwiches and talking about everything. About his childhood in Oregon. About my dreams of opening my own business someday. About the future. I could see myself with you, he said, taking my hand. If you want that too. I looked at our intertwined fingers. I do. I really do. That night, he kissed me under the stars. I felt like myself for the first time in years. Sunday evening, Rachel showed up at my door unannounced. The kids weren't with her. We need to talk, she said, pushing past me into my apartment. Where are the kids? Mom's watching them. Sit down, Sophie. Saturday. My stomach twisted. What you did Friday was unacceptable, she began, pacing. I had to cancel my reservation. Marcus was furious. Do you know how hard it is to get couple time with 3 kids? Rachel. No, let me finish. I have given up everything for those children. Everything. My social life, my body, my freedom. And the one thing I ask, the only thing, is that you help me out on weekends so I can have something for myself. That's not too much to ask. I stared at her. Really looked at her. Fresh manicure. New highlights. Designer purse I'd seen her post about last week that cost $400. You're right, I said slowly. You do deserve time for yourself. But Rachel, so do I. You're single. No kids. You have all the time in the world. I have a full-time job. I have a life. Or I would, if I wasn't spending every weekend raising your children. Her face went red. Raising my children? You babysit sometimes, Sophie. Don't be dramatic. Sometimes. I stood up, my voice rising. Rachel, I've watched your kids every single weekend for 8 years. Every Friday through Sunday. Sometimes longer. I've bought their clothes, paid for their activities, fed them, put them to bed, helped with homework. I've missed job opportunities because I couldn't travel. I've lost relationships because I was never available. When have you ever asked what I wanted? Oh my God, you're keeping score? That's sick. No, I'm stating facts. I love Mason, Emma, and Chloe. But I'm not their mother. You are. Rachel's eyes filled with tears. Real ones, I thought. Maybe. I can't believe you're doing this to me. After everything we've been through. Family is supposed to help each other. Help, yes. But Rachel, this isn't help. This is me living your life while you live mine. That's not fair. Isn't it? When's the last time you asked about my life? My job? My dreams? When's the last time you said thank you? She grabbed her purse. You're being selfish. Mom's going to hear about this. Tell her, I said quietly. Tell her everything. Tell her how you've used me for 8 years. Tell her how you go out partying while I parent your kids. Tell her all of it. Rachel left without another word, slamming the door hard enough to rattle the frame. I sat on my couch and cried. Not sad tears. Relieved tears. Free tears. Mom called the next morning. Sophie Marie Bennett, what is this I hear about you abandoning your sister? I didn't abandon anyone, Mom. I told Rachel I can't babysit anymore. Can't or won't. Because Rachel says you have some new boyfriend and now you're too good for family. My jaw clenched. I've babysat every weekend for 8 years. Every single weekend. I've bought their clothes, their food, their school supplies. I've given Rachel thousands of dollars in free childcare. And I've never complained. Not once. But I met someone I care about, and I want time to build a relationship. Relationships come and go, Sophie. Family is forever. Then why doesn't Rachel have to sacrifice for family? Why is it always me? Because Rachel has children. She needs support. And I need a life, Mom. I'm 32 years old. I want to get married. Have my own kids someday. But I can't do that if I'm spending every weekend raising someone else's. You're being selfish, Mom said, her voice cold. Rachel is struggling, and you're turning your back on her. On those babies. I'm disappointed in you. The words hit like a slap. I'm sorry you feel that way. Don't call me until you fix this. She hung up. I sat there, phone in hand, feeling like the ground had opened under me. My family was turning on me. For having boundaries. For wanting my own life. James came over that night. I was crying on the couch, surrounded by tissues. She turned everyone against me, I said. Mom. Rachel. They're saying I'm selfish. That I'm abandoning the kids. He sat next to me, pulling me close. You're not abandoning anyone. You're choosing yourself. That's not selfish. That's survival. But what if they're right? What if I'm being horrible? Sophie, look at me. He tilted my chin up. You gave 8 years. You sacrificed your 20s. You put your life on hold. You gave everything. And it was never enough. It will never be enough because they don't see you as a person. They see you as a resource. The truth of it broke something open in me. I love you, he said. And I want a future with you. But you have to decide if you want that too. Because they're going to keep pulling, and you have to be strong enough to let go. 3 weeks later, James proposed. We were at the same coffee shop where we met. He got down on one knee right there by the counter, and I said yes before he even finished asking. I called Rachel to tell her. Voicemail. I texted. No response. I called Mom. That's nice, dear. I hope he knows what he's getting into. No congratulations. No excitement. Just disappointment that I wasn't crawling back apologizing. James and I decided to elope. Small ceremony, just us and Beth and James's brother. Why plan a big wedding where half my family wouldn't come or would make it about Rachel? We got married on a beach in California. Sunset ceremony. Simple vows. It was perfect. The text came during our honeymoon. Heard you got married. Guess I wasn't important enough to invite. Some sister you are. I deleted it without responding. James got a job offer in Colorado. Better pay, better opportunities. We talked about it seriously. Fresh start, he said. New state, new life. What about my job? What about your dream? I looked at him. My dream? You told me once you wanted to work with kids on your own terms. Open a childcare center. Do it right. Create something. I'd forgotten I'd said that. It was a dream I'd buried so deep I'd stopped believing it was possible. I don't have the money to start a business. We'll figure it out. Together. We moved to Colorado 3 months later. Denver. Beautiful, busy, full of possibility. I used our savings and a small business loan to open Little Dreamers Childcare Center. A place where kids could be kids, and parents could trust their children were safe, loved, and learning. I hired good people. Paid them well. Created programs for after-school care, weekend activities, summer camps. The first year was brutal. Long hours, steep learning curve, moments I wanted to quit. But James believed in me. Beth flew out to visit and brought champagne to celebrate our first profitable month. You did it, Soph, she said, hugging me tight. You really did it. By year 2, we had a waiting list. Parents loved us. Kids thrived. I was building something real, something mine. I didn't hear from Rachel for 3 years. Then, one Tuesday morning, my phone rang. Unknown number. Sophie. It's me. Rachel's voice sounded different. Tired. Worn. How did you get this number? Mom gave it to me. Listen, I need to talk to you. I'm at work. I can't. Please. Just 5 minutes. I stepped outside. What do you want, Rachel? Marcus left me. Of course he did. I'm sorry. I'm drowning here, Sophie. The kids are older now, and they're harder. Mason's getting in trouble at school. Emma won't listen to me. Chloe cries for you. Mom can't help anymore because of her back. I'm working 2 jobs and I still can't make rent. I closed my eyes. Why are you calling me? Because I need you. I need help. Can you come back? Just for a little while. Until I get on my feet. Come back. Rachel, I live in Colorado. I have a business. A husband. A life. You could move back. Your business is portable, right? You could open one here. The kids miss you. They need their aunt. The audacity took my breath away. No. What? I said no, Rachel. Sophie, these are your nieces and nephew. Your family. You're really going to abandon them? I'm not abandoning anyone. I'm living my life. Something you made impossible for years. How can you be so cold? Her voice broke. After everything we've been through? You mean after everything I gave you? 8 years, Rachel. I gave you 8 years. I was there every weekend. Every time you called. I put my entire life on hold. And you never once said thank you. You never once asked what it cost me. I was struggling. I had 3 kids. And I had dreams. I had a life I wanted to live. But you used me. You used me up and then turned everyone against me when I finally said no. Silence on the other end. I love those kids, I continued, my voice softer. I do. But I can't save you, Rachel. I can't fix your life. You have to do that yourself. Please, she whispered. I'm begging you. I don't know what else to do. My heart ached. But I held firm. Apply for state assistance. Look into subsidized childcare. Get child support from the fathers. There are resources, Rachel. Use them. But I can't be your resource anymore. You've changed, she said bitterly. You're not the sister I knew. You're right, I said. I'm not. I'm better. I hung up. James found me crying on our back porch. He held me while I sobbed, not saying anything, just being there. Did I do the right thing? I asked. Yes, he said simply. You did. Rachel tried a few more times. Texts. Voicemails. Each one more desperate. Each one, I deleted. Mom called once. Your sister really needs you, Sophie. I don't understand this person you've become. I'm the same person, Mom. You just never bothered to see me before. She hasn't called since. Now, I'm 37. James and I just bought a house. We're talking about kids of our own. Little Dreamers has 2 locations now, and we're planning a 3rd. Last week, I got a letter. Actual handwritten letter, forwarded from my old address. Dear Aunt Sophie, it's Mason. I'm 14 now. Mom gave me your address. I don't know if you remember me, but I remember you. Emma and Chloe do too. Mom told us you abandoned us. But I found some old photos and I started asking questions. I found out you watched us every weekend for years. That you took care of us. Emma remembered you bought her first bike. Chloe remembered you reading her bedtime stories. I wanted to say thank you. And I'm sorry we believed Mom when she said bad things about you. That wasn't fair. I'm working now, saving money for college. I want to be a teacher. Maybe because of you. Maybe because I remember you always made learning fun. You don't have to write back if you don't want to. But I wanted you to know we turned out okay. And we remember you. Love, Mason. I cried reading it. Happy tears this time. I wrote back. Told him I was proud of him. That he could call anytime. That I loved him, Emma, and Chloe. That me leaving was never about them. He called last week. We talked for an hour. He wants to visit this summer. Bring his sisters. Mom doesn't know I'm calling, he said. She'd be mad. But I'm almost an adult. I can make my own choices. Yes, you can, I agreed. We all can. After we hung up, I sat with James on our couch, looking at photos from our latest vacation. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I said. And I meant it. I'm more than okay. I spent 8 years being what everyone needed me to be. The good sister. The free babysitter. The backup parent. Now I'm just Sophie. Business owner. Wife. Soon to be mom. And I'm choosing myself. Every single day. The guilt tried to creep back sometimes. Late nights when I wondered if I was wrong. If I should have done more. Given more. But then I looked around at the life I built. The business I created. The marriage I nurtured. The future I was building. This was my life. Mine. And I wasn't giving it away anymore. Rachel posted on Facebook last week. A long post about family betrayal and people who think they're too good for where they came from. My finger hovered over the comment button. Then I kept scrolling. Some battles aren't worth fighting. Some relationships aren't worth saving. I have 3 kids enrolled in Little Dreamers whose moms are single, struggling, working multiple jobs. I give them a discount. I stay late when they're running behind. I see them trying, really trying, to do it all. That's who I help now. People who appreciate it. People who say thank you. People who see me as a person, not a resource. James kissed my forehead last night. I'm proud of you. You know that, right? For what? For choosing yourself. That's brave. Maybe it was. Maybe it still is. But every day I wake up in this house, in this life I built, next to this man who chose me, I know I made the right choice. Family isn't about obligation. It's not about guilt or debt or owing people your entire life. Real family sees you, values you, respects your boundaries. And if they can't do that, then sometimes, the family you build is better than the family you were born into. I am enough. Always was. I just had to believe it enough to walk away.